not live at the Hive.
And this is Queenstock. Sorry we haven't been broadcasting a lot lately. Between summer and schedules with the kids and this and that, we have been extremely busy. And part of why we have been so busy is what we're going to discuss on this episode today. But it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be live anymore. From now on, they will be shot, and then our producer will edit them, and then they'll be posted on our YouTube channel. Just so we can create better content without the stress of being live in front of you guys. So today we have Kayla, of course you know her, and Brittany, Kayla's girlfriend, and they are foster parents. They just now finished, I don't know if that's what you say, that you finished your first, their first placement. So they had a couple girls for a few months, hence why we've all been so busy, and they just now got to go with a family member, and it's really exciting. The girls are going to have an amazing life with their aunt that they're living with now, but we are going to discuss what it was like having their first placement as foster parents. So I know when you guys first started, you said you wanted when you're a foster parent, you can kind of choose, like, you want this certain age, or, you know, so if they wanted one child, 0 to 5 years old, they got 2 children, 8 and 12 years old.
Yeah, and she turned 9.
She turned 9 while Kayla had her. So, first it's a shock that you're parents, and now you have 2 moody preteens.
Yeah, so to give just a little bit of background, we foster with Presley Ridge. All you have to do is take some classes twice a week for 6 weeks. We did it via Zoom. You have to get CPR certified. You have to get a physical, and then a home inspection. So it really wasn't hard to become certified.
And background check.
And a background check. Yeah.
Fingerprints.
Yeah. So it really wasn't hard to be certified. If you're interested in becoming a foster parent, you can reach out to either one of us and get you to who you're talking to. So anyway, the day that we received our certification in the mail is we got the call for these girls, and said we weren't even going to our kids, because, you know, I have Reagan every day and she's only 3, so I kind of wanted to keep it around her age. But the day that we got our certification, got a call for an 8 and a 12-year-old. They needed placement immediately, so we were like, okay, let's try it.
Also, it was kind of fate because one of the girls' middle name, Elizabeth, is the same as Reagan. Her middle name's Elizabeth. And then,
which is the same as our grandma.
And that was our grandma's middle name. And then what was the other coincidence?
The other girl.
Yeah, the other girl has the same middle name
First
as our
and middle name. She had the same first and middle name as our sister that passed away.
Yeah, so I was like, Kayla, that's fate. You have to take these girls.
Yeah. So we took them and we had them for about 3 months. Was journey. You want to add? Well, you can talk about.
Well, first of all, unfortunately, a lot of times these kids are just like in the system a lot, and they're kind of used to it, and they know the routine. These girls, they're also first time being placed in the system. So besides the fact Kayla and Brittany were brand new to this, so were the girls. So they were all just very nervous.
Yeah, it was. They had actually been in foster care before, but they were just placed with a family member. So nothing really changed for them. But when they came with us, this is their first time strangers. So, you want to talk about how we fostered 9 and 12-year-olds? What we're gonna do now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you going to do now?
I don't know either.
Yes, you do. Well, we just talked about how we want to foster, like.
Yeah, but that's been the goal the whole time.
True.
Well, I know that's been the goal, but
But also, it's very difficult right now if you are in Oak Hill, Fayetteville, surrounding area. There are no child care providers. You know, all the girls that have struggled to find child care for their kids this summer.
And we especially struggled with
Yeah.
childcare because when you foster children, you can't just leave them with anybody. It has to be like a daycare facility or someone who is Mountain Heart certified. So there was literally nothing. I was taken to work with me, and it wasn't that bad because they're older, but we want to foster infants and toddlers, and I can't take toddlers with me to work every day. And she's a mail carrier. She can't take them to work with her every day. So
Plus, we have Reagan at work with us, and because it's summer, we have Bentley at work with us. So when there were 4 kids in that office, it was a little hectic.
Also, it was hard for us because we couldn't leave them with any.
yeah, we were with them 24/7. Like when school let out, they were with us. We couldn't even leave them like Raleigh because that's just
Because I'm not like a certified foster home or anything, so I couldn't help babysit. Our dad couldn't help babysit.
You can have alternate caregivers when you're a foster parent. Allow us to leave them with them for like just a few hours. It can never be overnight. So like the whole time we had them, we never went a night without them. But to be an alternate caregiver, there's also some stuff we have to do. So we just haven't finished that up yet. But still, you can't leave them overnight. So unless it's a certified foster parent. So that was probably our biggest struggle. Was just
Not getting a break.
never having a break.
Said if you're interested in becoming a Mountain Heart provider, now is the time.
Yes.
It's
Definitely
very,
look into it.
Very much needed in this area.
Very needed. And even if you're like, well, you know, summer's almost over, by the time I get it going, it'll be over. They still need after school care. So definitely look into it.
Well, even when school starts, like if we have infants and toddlers, they're not going to go to school, so we'll still need full-time care. And a lot of places that I talked to about Mountain Heart, they weren't even going to have any openings until maybe when school started.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing available. So if you're going to become Mountain Heart certified, let me know because I can use you.
So, why have you chosen younger this time versus older?
One of the biggest reasons, well, one of the initial reason was because we have Reagan every day and she's only 3. So we just wanted somebody, you know, kind of close to her age. But after this first placement, having a 9 and a 12-year-old, the biggest struggle was getting them into our routine, getting them out of behaviors they were already taught.
I feel like one of the biggest struggles was they didn't really respect us because we're younger and we look younger.
Yeah, we are
I think
a
that was a
lot
big
younger.
issue.
Their parents
Are the same age as our parents.
Yeah. So I mean, we are the same age as their sisters. So I think that was another struggle. They just didn't have that level of respect for us because we were younger. So that's a big part of why we want to foster younger kids. But there is a great need for foster parents for 8 to 12-year-olds. So, I mean, we loved having them.
I
but-
wouldn't have changed our first placement. It was
No,
really
yeah, I
good.
mean,
Those girls, I have cried and cried and cried because they're gone.
yeah,
it's very different at the house.
our house is so quiet now, and
even though they had behavioral problems, you know, they were ripped from their home. They got picked up at school and immediately just got taken to a house.
they never even got to say goodbye.
No.
And their first foster home they went to, a very good place.
Yeah, they were in a home for just a few days, and
It was like 3 days.
they had to be removed from there because of some complications with the foster parents there. So it was just like they kept being ripped from where they were. And then they were only with us for a few months and then had to move again with a family member. But being a foster kid, I mean, I can't imagine being a foster kid and just moving place to place. They came to our house at like 8 p.m. when they came.
Yep. They had literally 2 Walmart bags of clothes.
But I guarantee that no other foster home would give them the love that you two gave them. They are just the sweetest girls, and we have their phone number, and they're old enough to text us and FaceTime us, so they were even calling our dad Pawpaw and our stepmom Mimi, and they loved Reagan. They were so good with her. Definitely Bentley, the older girl and Bentley are close in age, so they had a really good relationship.
They even loved our animals. I mean, you just get attached so quick. 3 months seems like a short time, but it was enough for everybody
I was
to get
attached after the first day.
Yeah, I feel like it feels like we had them for years.
Kayla FaceTimed me when they got there and was like, "Hey, here's the girls," and I was like, "I love you guys. I love you. You can just stay forever."
You remember the first time I told us they loved us?
Yeah.
Aww.
The younger one was telling us goodnight, and I think she kind of just let it slip up.
Yeah.
And she told us she loved us, and the older one was already in bed, and she was like, "Wait, you love them?" And she came running in there, and she told us she loved us too. So that was a special moment.
I think they gave you guys a lot of fight backs, but they really did love you guys.
Yeah.
And they still do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like they're gone forever, but it is sad, not because they had to move to a different state, so it's not even like we can see them.
We can't really. We plan on going to visit them hopefully in October, but it's like 6 hours away, so sadly we're not going to see them frequently. But we get to FaceTime them and text them. So, and another thing, they were biracial, or they are biracial.
They were.
Yes, Lord.
Well, you know what I mean. They are biracial, so we had to learn how to care for their hair, and that was a huge thing.
Shout out to Shelby.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
add insert Shelby, the Hive Salon. It's amazing.
Yeah, Shelby helped us a lot, just figuring out like what products to use and how to use them and how often to use them.
But she even taught us how to wash and dry their hair.
Yeah, because it's a whole different thing than washing our hair and fixing.
Brittany
their
don't have
hair.
no hair. What are you talking about?
True. It takes me 2 minutes to do this.
Yeah. So that's all we have for you today. We're just wanted to introduce you to the new platform, tell you how it's going to be a little bit different. I don't know if we're still going to post on Thursdays. We'll post and let you know. I'm not sure. But our next topic, we're going to have. What's the next topic?
Well, we have a Narcan training planned. Not exactly sure what day it will be, but it'll be in like the next week or two. And then
We'll probably post that on Facebook. So if you want to come to the training,
yeah, you can come. It's a free training.
Yeah.
So anybody can come and learn how to
properly use Narcan.
yeah.
Real quick, funny story. So, we own rental properties, and my husband was outside because our water meter was broken, and he was laying on the floor, like out by the road, trying to figure out what was wrong with our water meter. And one of our customers, Crystal, was driving by, and she thought that he had like passed out and was dying.
I've never heard this story.
So Crystal jumped out of the car and runs to Andrew and was like, "Do you need Narcan? Are you okay?"
Oh my
and Andrew's
God.
like, "I'm just fixing the water meter." And if you guys know Crystal, you'll understand why it's so hilarious.
But Narcan training is really important. I mean, you never know, especially in our area with the opioid pandemic.
But
Is that what it's
even
called?
so,
Epidemic.
I mean, if you
Epidemic.
have kids and stuff,
Yeah.
also, I mean, you never know. They're
Mm-hmm.
True, is that
I don't know. Is
that
it
you
only?
can use it on kids?
I don't know. We'll find out at
We'll
the training. But we have that planned, and hopefully another segment about recovery.
Mhm.
We're trying to get that lined out. And then, you want to talk about the book talk?
Oh, yes. Okay, so super exciting. We have been wanting to have a book club at the Hive for a while, and it's just hard to coordinate everybody's schedules. So, me and Kayla, not Brittany because she's lame, Kira, Kayla, you've seen her on Queen's Talk. She's with Sarah Photography.
Jessica.
Jessica, she is with Prudence Insurance, just the building next door to us, and Andrea, she's the girl that works at the mall. We started a little book club, and we'll be discussing the books on Queen's Talk with you guys. So it will be the week of, let me see. It'll be the week of July 18th. Some day during that week, we'll be posting our video where we discuss Where the Crawdads Sing. That's going to be the first book. I've already read it. Kayla's already read it. And I loved it. It's about to be a movie. And did you know that I love Taylor Swift? I love her so much. Taylor Swift, I hope you're watching. She recently read the book, and she loved it so much, she wrote a song just for the book, and they're using it in the movie.
Wasn't it Caroline?
Carolina.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I love Taylor.
I am excited for the movie.
It's a really good book. So we will be discussing that the week of the 18th. I'm not sure which day yet.
So if you want to be in on that, get the book and start reading, and you can message one of us. We can add you into the book talk chat, and like Holly said, we'll be discussing it on Queen's Talk the week of July 18th.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I won't be live, so I know it's not going to have the same
like live comments
feeling,
and stuff.
so you can't live comment and stuff. But definitely watch the show and comment below, and we'll definitely have a conversation in the comments about it.
I think that's all.
That's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. TheBeBoutiques.com.